to Positive Energy with Crystals. My name's Hillary, and today we are going to do another video in the series where I work with the crystal for a month, research it, carry it around, learn all sorts of things about it, and then I tell you my experience, what happened, what I think, and all that good stuff. Today we are going to talk about Lapis Lazuli. Now this one, when I was trying to decide what to work for, I think I worked with this one in January. I'm still getting caught up on videos. So I think this was a January. When I was thinking about which one I wanted to work with, I thought about working with a crystal that I haven't worked with before, that I just recently purchased. But then I decided I needed to work with a crystal that I knew, that I had a connection with already, and that excuse me, and that I felt comfortable with. I needed that support of something that I knew, and I'll get into that here in a little bit. So first of all, let's go over this. This is one of those crystal grids. I'm kind of zoomed in, so it's hard to show it all, that my husband laser engraved for me. And if you would like it, I will put the link to my Etsy store, which is called White Tiger Emporium. I'll put that link in the description, and you can see all sorts of stuff. I try to show one per video because they're just so fun. And like I've said before, I'm going to try to start working with crystal grids again, and I'll bring you along on that journey too. So let's talk about Lapis Lazuli. As you can see, I have several. I actually have a lot more of these little ones. I was going to put them all in the video. And I recently got this larger tumbled stone, and then this generator point. I actually think this was the first piece of lapis that I got, and I love this piece. It's pretty. Now, like, this piece looks a lot like sodalite, but I don't know if I can catch it. I don't have very good lighting because I can't find the cord to my ring light. Let's see if I can get it with this light. Nope. One way you can tell lapis lazuli is, you can kind of see that line right there. It's got pyrite in it. I don't know if I can catch any of the sparkle. Maybe I take the light away. Nope. But it's got that sparkle with the pyrite. You can kind of, there you can kind of see it. See the lines, and it's sort of sparkly. That's pyrite, and so that's how you can tell lapis lazuli. It's got that pyrite sparkle in it. So I have worked with lapis lazuli before. It's one of my favorites. It was probably one of my first crystals. And I can't remember. It seems like I got this for free or discount. Anyway, I probably bought it because it has a cool name. So let's get started going over it. It's great for communication. It's good to have on you for interviews, speeches. I've used it a lot for job interviews in the past, and I usually have it nearby while I'm recording videos. I use it during doctor's appointments. I have really bad white coat, which is crazy because I've worked for a doctor, and I actually think that made it worse. I especially have it in those appointments if I'm talking about something big, like a procedure or surgery, stuff like that. Lapis is good for honesty. It's good to have, during an interview, if you're the one doing the interview, if you're the interviewer, it's good to have just in the area you're interviewing your kids about something that happened, maybe. It's good to have for that honesty work. It helps with, enhances your memory. So it's good to, if you're learning something or studying, taking tests, it's good for that too. It's really good for inner peace. And even though it's good for communication, that part's kind of hard for me to explain because you know when you get so anxious or worked up about something and it just feels like your insides are going crazy. Lapis calms that down, which I think is one of the ways that it helps with communication. It makes you calm down and think about what you're going to say instead of just blurting out whatever. Lapis lazuli relieves depression. Now, like all my other videos, don't just depend on lapis to help your depression. If you're on medication, if you're needing to see a doctor, or if you're working with a doctor or any other professional, do not stop their advice. Do not stop your medication and only use lapis. It's there to help and to work with their advice and medications, not to replace them. Now, it may be that your doctor says you can stop taking them and you only need this, but that's something you need to talk to with your doctor, whoever you're working with, about. Don't depend on the crystal to replace. I say that a lot. It's very important. Crystals can help, but if you need more than just a crystal, do that. Very important. There are a whole bunch of birds outside the window. You're probably going to hear a huge flock of birds screeching. That's crazy and a little creepy. Anyway, so I worked with lapis, I'm pretty sure it was in January. And I was struggling during Christmas. I was missing my family, and so I was dealing with a little grief. And even with, I had my angelite piece and my angelite crystal, or angel, and I was still having some problems. So that's one of the reasons I decided I needed to work with a crystal that I knew that I could depend on, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I started carrying it the first of the year, and it helped that inner peace part that I was telling you about, that it just felt crazy inside, and that I couldn't just, well, like how I'm trying to communicate it. That's how I felt inside. I couldn't settle. I just couldn't process it, I guess. And so then in January, when I was carrying it, I noticed a big difference, that it did help that calm the inside stuff down. So it also helps with psychic clarity. I don't use it very much, but I know there's a lot of people that, like tarot readers and other people that do divination, they'll have it nearby. I don't know. I didn't really notice a big difference, like when I was doing divination work. So I don't know. But that's just I know some people really like to use it, but for me, it didn't. I don't know. It didn't help. It helps trust your intuition and yourself, and I have not been trusting my intuition lately. So carrying the lapis was a great reminder that I needed to do that again. Just, if something doesn't feel right, you need to trust that. Or if something does feel right, go for it. It helps with headaches and migraines, especially if you place it on your forehead. I use, especially this piece, a lot for headaches. If I was, carrying, I'm sorry about the lighting. I can't find the cord to my ring light, so I'm struggling with lighting, but I would, when I'd have a headache, especially before I had all these, when I was carrying it, I would go ahead and place the piece on my forehead, but for most of the time I use this and just place it on my forehead. And part of that may be the cold stone against my forehead helps with the headache, but I don't know. I think there was more to it. I've always used it for headaches, especially the really intense ones, and it definitely helps mine. And if I had a really bad one, sometimes it would help the headache medication work faster too. I've known that, or that's something. If I have a really bad headache, I'll take medication for it right away, and then use the crystal. And I've noticed that it does help the medication work faster. And like I said, I usually use this one, but anyone will work. Let's see, what else? It is good for good timing. So I try using it in manifestation work for timing type stuff. I don't know. I'm sure it has helped. But I'm an impatient person. So good timing to the universe is completely different than what I think. I want it to happen right away. We're still in our temporary living area, and I'm over it, and my good timing is right now. It needs to happen now, and the universe thinks otherwise. So I don't know. I guess my impatience makes that not work so good. So working with it for a month. Oh wait, I forgot. It helps boost immune system. I'm not sure. Immune system stuff is hard because, with allergies and stuff, and just germs in general, yeah, it can boost. So it can act like a flu shot. You get the flu shot, and you're exposed to the flu, and it may help you from not getting the flu, but it also you may still get the flu, but it may not be as bad. So I never know with immune system stuff, but I will say that our group of friends, everybody in their house, and we're around them a lot, they all got sick around after Christmas. Except my husband and I did not get sick. And usually if they get sick, they've got kids, we usually end up getting sick too. But we did not get sick in January when they all had it. And they were down for like a week or so. It could be because we weren't around them as much because of we knew they were sick, so we tried to avoid them as much as we could. But it could be that that having that on me, one piece on me all the time, did boost my immune system. So I think I would say it did help. And I think when cold and flu season comes up, I will carry it, because I'm pretty sure that helped us. So I love it. I love Lapis Lazuli even more than I did before. I will definitely use it more often, especially for the immune system stuff. Remember, this is my experience with Lapis. Your experience can be totally different. If you have worked with Lapis Lazuli, let me know in the comments what your experience has been. And if you have any questions, put those in the comments too. Next one I'm working with, this is the one I'm currently working with, is Sunstone. I decided I needed some sunshine over the next month, which would be February. I don't know how caught up I am on posting these videos, mostly because today I'm just recording as many as possible. So I don't know if this video will happen in February, because it's like the middle of February right now, and I think I've got 3 or 4 that I've done so far. Anyway, so Sunstone, you'll probably be watching this in this video beginning of March, but February I worked with Sunstone. So if you have any questions about Sunstone, put those in the comments, and I'll try to include those in the video when I do it, because I definitely won't. I've still got a couple more weeks of working with Sunstone, so I definitely won't be doing this video today or soon. But if there's any videos or any crystals that you want to see me work with, put those in the comments too. Like I said before, if I have it, I'll add it to my schedule. And if I don't have it, I might add it to my wish list. So, like I said, if you're interested in the crystal grid, check the description for the link to White Tiger Emporium Etsy shop. And if you have any questions, let me know. And I will see you next time.